windshield, Michelin, premium wiper blades. So this is really interesting to me. Let's say you were a tech savant, a math savant. We would encourage you to go. Go to Apple. Be an engineer. Go. Leave college. We do this all the time when you're extraordinary. In tennis, in golf, leave college. Go pro. So Ben Simmons, Philadelphia, had a triple-double last night. 21 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists. He is absolutely the real deal. But do you remember a year and a half ago? These were real criticisms. He can't shoot. He cannot make the tournament. He's uncoachable. He does not get along with teammates. He's a bit of a diva. These were not just ad-libbed. They were noteworthy criticisms, discussed, dissected. I said at the time he's 6'10". He handles the ball like a point guard. They don't make a lot of those. Number one, leave college. He is now a better pro than a college player. Because we all know that college basketball coaching is absolutely inferior to NBA coaching. We know the Juilliard School of Arts is inferior to working with Steven Spielberg. We know that working at Google or Apple is a superior experience than going to even a good college like Stanford. Why is it for a basketball whiz, a math whiz, a tennis prodigy, a golf whiz, it is go face the best, learn from the best, compete with and against the best? But if Sam Darnold struggles against Notre Dame, boy, oh boy, you need to go back to that inferior coaching. You ever notice that with football? College football is the only sport where if you struggle with average coaching, we want you to do more of it at the college level. You know what you need to do, Sam, is stay on that USC staff, which all the fans, by the way, want all of them fired. Go back to that coaching. Go back to playing Washington State. Go back to only practicing 17 hours a week. Go back to the restrictions, taking hits without payment. Go back to that. We would never say to a basketball player, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, stay in school, get better, learn from your inferior college basketball coach. Don't you think Jared Goff is better coming out with Sean McVay than staying in the Pac-12? Don't you think Sam Darnold would be better learning from Kyle Shanahan than a college coach? Ben Simmons, there were dozens of questions about him, all dissected. Can't shoot, can't make the tournament, not coachable, doesn't get along with teammates, sort of a diva. Nobody even considered the idea of staying with average coaching, average teammates in an average conference for his ability to grow. So when I see a college quarterback and he's proven he can be great and he struggles, my first issue isn't, oh, he's suddenly not great. You don't go from great to not great. You can regress depending on coaching, environment, teammates, and injuries. But Ben Simmons is a prime example. We would not even have considered going back to mediocre coaching, teammates, and an environment. We don't do that with anybody in the world. Golf, tennis, baseball, basketball, math, tech. The obvious progression is go work with better, face better, play with better, be coached by better. Why in college football is it the opposite? I want to show you a play last night in Carson Wentz. And because I'm going to make the argument today, I'm not doing a Philadelphia show, just my last two topics are all Philadelphia. They got Wentz and Ben Simmons. Life is good in Philadelphia. Carson Wentz is better than you think, and you think he's pretty good. Here's a play Carson Wentz had last night, Monday Night Football against Washington. I'd never seen anything quite like it. Go ahead.
Lined up as if they're coming after him, and they do. And he's in trouble. Wentz will be escaping from the 18-yard line. How in the world did that happen? First down out to the 44-yard line. Was he down? Where did he go? Amazing.
I mean, the kid's just, and then he made that throw to the corner of the end zone. I mean, the kid's just, he's a wizard. He's a freak. He's magic. But remember this. Remember this. Carson Wentz inherited a rookie coach who many thought was not qualified. The Eagles were rebuilding after Chip Kelly. His rookie year, they had no top wide receivers, and they still don't have a top running back. He is taking a lot of average and making people in Philadelphia probably think, whoa, we got a team that is absolutely stacked. This is the mistake the Indianapolis Colts made with Andrew Luck. 11-5, 11-5, 11-5, and Jim Irsay, instead of going and finding an elite general manager, gave it to his weightlifting buddy Ryan Grigson, not qualified. Instead of hiring Bruce Arians, he gave it to Chuck Pagano, who'd only been a coordinator for 1 year. He was not ready for a head coach. People that are extremely talented can often create lazy and complacency because people start believing, look at us in Indianapolis. We are crap. Andrew Luck elevated all of you. And don't kid yourself, Philadelphia. You just lost Jason Peters, 35-year-old tackle, done for the year. Outside of Zach Ertz, your skill people are average. Nelson Aguilar suddenly good? He got benched last year. Torrey Smith, shot. Mac Hollins, please. Alshon Jeffrey, okay. Don't fall for, hey, we can just give a GM job, a tackle job, a tight end job. Carson Wentz and Andrew Luck made a lot of average people to below average look better than average. Nelson Aguilar, after his first year, I thought was a bust, and last year did nothing with a rookie quarterback. Now Nelson Aguilar looks really, really good. That's because of Wentz. Do you think Doug Peterson's a great coach? Do you really know that this morning? When he got hired, the feeling in the league, like Pagano was, you're not ready to be a head coach. When you're great, like Luck was, the owner's like, yeah, I'll give the GM job to my weightlifting buddy. Chuck Pagano's been a coordinator 1 year. Be very careful. Be very careful. Because you start looking around at that Philadelphia team, and I like them, but now you just lost an elite tackle, and don't kid yourself on Nelson Aguilar. Don't kid yourself on your running back talent. It's a bunch of average. You know, I said this about Howard Stern. Howard Stern, when he was on FM radio, those FM radio stations were kicking butt and making big revenue. Those FM radio stations Howard Stern was on in America were all like number one, number two in their city. Howard Stern left, those were crappy stations. The stations died. They didn't have any talent. It was Howard Stern for 4 hours getting monster numbers, and then some 48-year-old stoner named Party Marty for afternoon guy, fog hat and, chapstick in the afternoons. Those stations were crap. But Howard led into a show that got big ratings, and those ratings led into the afternoon show, and pretty soon you're like, wow, this rock station in New Mexico is rolling. Howard left. You seen those rock stations in America? They're not very good anymore. Yeah, they don't get ratings anymore. They're drying up everywhere. Everywhere. So be careful, Philadelphia. Don't do what Indianapolis did. Get fooled by Wentz elevating average to above average, crap to average, and good to look great. You still got a lot of holes on that football team. Wentz is just solving all the problems. It's a really good team. It's not a great team. And I've watched Philadelphia play every week. There are moments, they look average. And then Wentz pulls that play out of you-know-what. That play was, can I watch it one more time with Sean McDonough? That play is ridiculous. It made me laugh. I'm watching the TV last night, and I watched that play, and I laughed watching it.
Lined up as if they're coming after him, and they do. And he's in trouble. Wentz will be escaping from the 18-yard line. How in the world did that happen? First down out to the 44-yard line.
Was he down? Where did he go? Amazing.
That's my favorite play of the year. I think it's my favorite football play of the year. Christine with the news.
No.